The text message arrived on a Tuesday afternoon, a time usually reserved for the mundane rhythm of my work life. It was from Liam, my oldest friend, the one who knew all my secrets, including the one I guarded most fiercely, my quiet, enduring love for him. His messages were usually about weekend plans or inside jokes, so the sudden urgency in his words, a request for a huge favor, something he absolutely needed me for, immediately set my heart racing. My mind, ever the hopeful romantic, immediately leaped to possibilities. Was this it? Was he finally going to? No, that was foolish. I pushed the thought away. He explained the situation with a palpable desperation. His parents, traditional to the core, were arriving for a crucial weekend. They'd always been wary of his unconventional career path, his life choices that strayed from their rigid expectations. Now, they were hinting at final approval, a blessing he desperately needed to secure a significant career opportunity. The problem was, in their eyes, his life was incomplete without a steady, approved partner. He needed a fiancée, just for the weekend. A stand-in. A performance. He needed me. My heart sank, a familiar ache settling in my chest. Of course. He needed me to play a role, to pretend to be the woman he was supposed to want, all while he pursued the life his parents deemed acceptable. The words, fake fiancé, echoed in my mind, a cruel twist on the reality I'd always wished for. Yet, beneath the sting of my unrequited feelings, a deeper instinct, the one born from years of friendship and unspoken loyalty, took hold. I couldn't refuse him. Not when he sounded so desperate. I agreed, telling myself it was just a favor, a temporary charade, and that I could compartmentalize my feelings for a few days. The drive to their sprawling countryside estate felt like a journey into a different era. The manicured lawns, the ancient oak trees, the sheer scale of the house, it all spoke of generations of privilege and unwavering tradition. I smoothed down the elegant dress I'd borrowed, a pale blue silk that felt both sophisticated and utterly out of place on me. Liam had chosen it, insisting I needed to look the part of the perfect, respectable woman. I practiced my lines in my head, the carefully crafted backstory of our childhood romance, the shared dreams, the inevitable proposal Liam had supposedly planned for after his parents' approval. Each rehearsal felt like a betrayal of my own heart, a further descent into a fantasy that would never be real. As Liam pulled up the long, gravel driveway, my palms began to sweat. I took a deep breath, trying to channel the image of a confident, loving fiancé. Liam squeezed my hand, a gesture meant to be reassuring, but it only amplified the bittersweet pang. He'd been so careful to maintain a facade of closeness, a convincing camaraderie that would fool anyone. He looked so natural, so at ease, already embodying the role of the devoted partner. The front door opened before Liam could even reach it, revealing a woman who embodied grace and quiet authority. She was impeccably dressed, her silver hair styled impeccably, her eyes the same piercing blue as Liam's. This was Mrs. Davies, Liam's mother, the matriarch whose approval he craved above all else. I braced myself. I expected a scrutinizing gaze, a subtle assessment for any perceived flaws, a swift judgment. I was prepared for polite smiles that didn't reach her eyes, for probing questions designed to catch me in my fabricated narrative. I readied myself for the familiar sting of feeling judged, of being found wanting. But then, she looked at me. Truly looked. Her gaze, initially sharp, softened almost instantly. A slow, gentle smile spread across her lips, a smile that reached her eyes, filling them with a warmth that was utterly unexpected. It wasn't the assessing look of a potential mother-in-law vetting her son's choice. It was something else entirely. A recognition. A deep, profound recognition that sent a shiver down my spine. Her eyes lingered on mine, a wistful, knowing look passing over her features. It was as if she were seeing not a stranger playing a part, but someone she had been expecting, someone she had been waiting for. She took a small step forward, her gaze never leaving my face, and in a voice that was barely a whisper, a mere breath of sound that seemed to bypass Liam entirely, she spoke. Her words weren't directed at me as a supposed fiancé, but as someone she understood on a much deeper level. She spoke of Liam, of his quiet heart, of a love he had carried for years, a love he had been too afraid to express, a love she had seen simmering beneath the surface for so long. She whispered of a particular girl, a childhood friend, whose quiet devotion had been evident to her all along. In that instant, the carefully constructed charade crumbled. The pretense of the fake fiancé dissolved, replaced by a raw, overwhelming emotion. Her words, meant to be a gentle acknowledgement, struck me with the force of a revelation. Her recognition wasn't just about seeing me there, it was about seeing me. She saw the love I had hidden, the years of unspoken affection, the hope I had nurtured in secret. The warmth in her eyes, the gentle understanding in her voice, the quiet acceptance, it was more than I could bear. The carefully constructed walls around my heart, built to protect me from the pain of Liam's obliviousness, suddenly shattered. I felt a lump form in my throat, a powerful surge of emotion rising within me. My carefully rehearsed composure dissolved, and I found myself fighting back tears, not of sadness or humiliation, but of a complex, overwhelming release. His mother saw me, truly saw me, and in her eyes, I found a validation I had never dared to hope for. The game was over, but something far more real had just begun. What do you think of Liam's mom's reaction? Did you see that coming? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If this story touched your heart as much as it did mine, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable tales. I can't wait to share another story with you all tomorrow.